friends, and happy Thursday. Please join me in this shorter sunshine flow. Just a couple of my favorite sequences to get the body moving, focus on the breath, and it is suitable for all levels. So let's get into something comfy and let's meet on our mat. And we'll get started in a nice cross-legged position with the right foot in front of the left. You can always sit up on something or just walk some of the excess /1 bones. You can do a couple of shoulder rolls just to get a nice long spine, comfortable in your shoulders, and then a little humble of your chin. And I like to close my eyes here. It just helps me to focus my attention a little bit closer to home. And it can also help to find your breath here. So start to trace the air as it moves in and out of the body. See if you can soften your belly a bit more to invite your inhales all the way to the bottom. You might even bring your hands there to feel that expansion as you inhale. And beautiful release as you exhale. Try to empty the lungs fully and then invite another inhale in. And give it back. Leaning into the simplicity here of the breath to calm down the nervous system. And I sat thinking the other day of a couple of things that, are cornerstones for me in my yoga practice. And a few things that came to mind were intention, attention, and hope. So I like to set an intention for my practice. Intentions can be very individual, and they can range from being very specific to very more general for bigger parts of your life, the way that you're leading your life. I like to make them a little bit more general, but always kind of in the same feeling tone. For example, a couple that I've been working with is to show more love and acceptance towards my physical body. Another one is to free my heart from suffering. So reducing stress. And these intentions are crucial in guiding my attention. So if I find my mind wandering or getting agitated, I can bring it back to my intention, and that can help me re-anchor. And this can also happen off the mats. Beauty with yoga practice is that we can then bring it into our everyday life. And lastly, hope. Hope is what keeps me coming back to my mat. It's the trust in possibilities, trusting that I can free my heart from suffering. I can lead a more peaceful, happier life. I can be more accepting and loving towards my body. So for you, it's quite nice to sit and ponder sometimes what it is that yoga and our practice means to us. Let's find 5 more full cycles of breath here together. Maybe feel how you grow a little bit taller with each inhale, and relaxing the shoulder blades down with your exhales. Let's finish off with the cleansing breath, filling up through the nose. And then open the mouth and sigh it out. And let's open the eyes. And then the next inhale, let's sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And next inhale, we'll reach up again. And then exhale, hands through heart center into a bit of a forward fold. So hands move as far as they feel okay for you. You can tuck your chin in. Maybe sway your head side to side. I like to add some swaying on my torso as well. Just getting a nice stretch into the lower back, the hips. You can also gently press your palms into the floor of the mat, really rooting down through those sit bones. That can add an interesting sensation. One more breath. Then we'll let an inhale, roll this up. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Let's release the right leg about 45 degrees forward. So the inside of the left foot finds the right thigh. And we're gonna bring our left hand slightly behind us so we can twist a little bit to the left. Grab the left knee with the right hand and then inhale, left arm over. So just getting into the left side body here. Breathing into that stretch. So inhale and then exhale, hinge towards the right foot. 2 more breaths here. And you might feel it natural to release that right arm to the inside of the leg. Just make sure you don't collapse your chest. And then as you inhale, we'll rise up into a bit of a counter stargazer. So left hand behind you. Come onto your left shin, right foot as you catapult your heart and your hips to the sky. We'll hold for 1 more big inhale. And exhale, let's lower the pelvis down. We'll come into a bit of a twist, bending your right knee. We'll wiggle the left foot to the outside of the right hip. And then right foot to the outside of your left thigh. And to modify here, if you find it hard to ground down through both sit bones, you can always sit up on a block, like extend that bottom leg straight forward. And we'll twist now to the right, so right hand behind us. We'll inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, twist over. You can look over your right shoulder here, get that nice little stretch into your neck. Breathing into the upper back as we inhale. Exhale, twist. 1 more. And then inhale, slowly releasing. Do a little counter twist to the other side. Then we'll look forward. We're just going to lean back onto our hands here to kick the legs in front of us. And then bring the left foot in front of the right. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center into forward fold again. So it might feel slightly different now with the left foot in front. Find your groove. It might be stillness. It might be a little sway. Breathing into the back body as you inhale. And then you let the gravity call you a bit closer as you exhale. One more breath. And then inhale, rise up. Shoulders roll back and down. And we'll release the left leg forward now. Again, out to the side slightly. So the right heel is by your groin here. Bring the right hand behind your hips. We're going to start twisting a little bit to the right this time. Grab the right knee with the left hand. And then draw your right arm over like a rainbow. Coming into that lateral stretch. Inhale. Almost feel a bit of a lift of the right rib cage. Exhale to hinge. 2 more breaths. And again, left arm might release to the inside of the leg. And then inhale, rise, stargazer, right hand behind your hip. Come onto that right shin, your left foot as you lift your hips. Nice little extension. Let's breathe into it. 1 more inhale. Exhale, pelvis lowers down, sitting up for that seated twist. We'll bend the left knee. Right foot to the outside of the left thigh, hip. And then left foot to the outside of the right thigh. It's almost like you've made a little bit of a knot of your legs here. Again, to modify, straighten that bottom leg. Left hand behind you. We'll inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. So you can either just hold on to that left leg, or you can bring your right elbow to the outside for a little bit more leverage. And find an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 1 more breath. Beautiful. And slowly releasing. You can do a little counter twist to the other side. Then let's look forward. Let's bring the hands behind us. I'm going to turn now to face the front of my mat. And let's kick the legs up in front of us. Just warm the core up a little bit here. Keep the chest nice and proud and see if you can reach your fingertips forward. You might hold on to the backs of your legs. And let's breathe here for 3. Maybe turn up the corners of your mouth for 2. Last big inhale. And then we'll cross our ankles, plant the hands, and then step back into your down dog. And take your dog for a little pedal here, a little walk. Even nod, shake your head as well. Coming into some stillness eventually here, pressing the mat away from you. Eyes of the elbows drawing forward. And then the next inhale, let's carve a line with your nose to the top of the mat and walk there. Be really curious here as you walk, sensing all those little mini sensations on the way up. We'll eventually meet in our forward fold. Little soft bend in the knees. You might clasp opposite elbow. Feel the four corners of your feet rooting into the mat. I always like to lift my toes off the mat here to find that foundation. And then pressing your toe mounds and your heels into the mat. You might be able to send your sit bones a little bit higher as your head and torso draws forward. Let's unravel the hands onto the shins. So inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's ragdoll all the way up to standing. The shoulders rolling back and down. Nice proud mountain pose here. I can feel the warmth of the sunshine. It's going to be a nice sauna in this room, hot yoga. We'll inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's step back into a high plank or modified plank, knees on the mat. Pressing the mat away from you. Find those eyes of the elbows drawing forward again, so you're nice broad across your chest. You might do a couple of sways back and forth. By pressing up and away from the foundation, your core is engaged. We'll share one more big inhale. Exhale, let's lower all the way to the mat. You can drop your knees down first. Untuck your toes, all 10 fingers to the outsides of your mat. Let's tent the palms. Then we'll inhale, rise up. Cobra pose. Exhale, let's step the right shoulder forward. Inhale, pride chest again. Exhale, dip the left. Inhale, lift back up, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Hands back underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in. Tuck the toes. And as you inhale, see if you can engage your quads, lift your kneecaps off the mat. And then with the exhale, press the mat away from you. High plank or modified. Finding an inhale here, build some heat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose and out the nose. Let's walk our big toe mounds to touch. Then with the next inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, peel your hip open. Find some circles here. So carving those circles out with your right knee. Change direction. Then we'll meet with the right knee nice and high. And the next inhale, let's lift high into the ball of the left foot. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow tricep. Inhale, back to fire hydrant. Peel your hip open. Exhale, cross under to the left elbow tricep. You're going to set up for our fallen triangle. So drop your left heel down. Extend the right leg forward. And then left arm reaches up to the sky. It's a beautiful extension here. Pressing again up and away from your foundation. Let's find one more big inhale. And from here, we're going to move into our flip dog. Really important to move slowly. So bring your gaze down first. And start to hug your right knee to your chest as you lower your left hand down. And then we're going to roll over the left foot all the way to the outstep of the foot. Drop your right foot behind the left leg and then lift up again. Coming into another beautiful extension. Let's hold for full breath. And then here is my challenge to you. Can you look to the front of your mat and then step your right foot there, perhaps without touching your right hand down first. Slow transition, hugging the muscles to the bones. And we'll meet with the left knee on the mat. Beautiful. Engage your inner thighs and core. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink your hips forward. Let's find one more big inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, send your hips back, coming into a half split. We'll flex our right toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then find that length. Leave the left hand down. You can always use a block or a book here. And then right hand comes to your right hip. Start to open up to the right. If available to you, you might reach your right arm to the sky. Keep pulling your right hip crease back. You can enjoy a nice IT band stretch here. One full cycle of breath. Then we'll inhale together. Bring the gaze down. Exhale, right hand comes all the way down to the mat. You're going to rebend into the right knee. Plant the hands. Tuck your left toes, lift the knee. And then we're going to just kick up into a three-legged dog. You can give that right leg a little shake in the air. And exhale, right knee comes forward again. This time, we'll plant the foot and we'll leave the left knee lifted if we can. You want to be on a little bit of a laneway here, so not on a tight rope. Engage your inner thighs and core. We'll rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, land there. So relax your shoulder blades. Relax your hands slightly here as you roll your shoulders away from your ears. And then thinking about not spilling the pelvis forward, so your left knee might be slightly bent here. Feel the lift of the front of your hips. And then with your next inhale, without moving the pelvis, you can press your left toe mound into the floor. You can see if you can lift your hamstring up a little bit more. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, pyramid. So you might step a little bit closer here with your left foot while you straighten out that right leg, but don't hyperextend. Keep a soft little bend in the knee. Find an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more like that, lengthening and moving into the space. Let's find the length and then let's do a twist here. So again, using props if needed or coming up onto your left fingertips. And then right hand moves to your right hip. Start to roll your right shoulder on top of the left. And if available, right hand might reach all the way to the sky. And if you're on that left toe mound here, send the left heel up a bit higher. Crown of the head moves forward. And as you exhale, can you open up a bit more? One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. All right, now let's take flight a little bit in our standing splits. So finding a little soft bend in the right knee, you can do those back and forth sways. And when you're ready, onto the right foot, left heel to the sky, folding over the right leg. If it doesn't feel good having your head below your heart, stay a bit more in an L-shaped pose, parallel with your left leg and torso. Maybe you challenge yourself, hug your right calf and ankle with one hand, maybe both. One more breath. Both hands onto the mat while we cross the left ankle behind the right. It's going to get now into an IT band stretch on the left side. And coming up higher if you need to onto your shin. Let's find another inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And I like to walk myself over to the right a little bit. I find that adds more into the stretch. Relaxing your neck. Let the heartbeat slow down. If you set an intention, come back to it now. See if you can manifest the attention. Can you feel the hope in the body? With each breath, presenting a new opportunity, a new possibility. Hands walk back to center. And we're going to kick the left leg up in the air behind us again and come up into a bit more of a parallel chest. And we're going to come into our half moon from here. So let's start with the left leg. Turn your left toes out to the side. So you're stacking left hip on top of the right. You might stay here. If you want to add your arms, left hand comes either to your hip or all the way to the sky. And to challenge your balance, you can look up towards your left fingertips. And you might use a block or bring your right hand onto your shin. Or try your balance out. Really active in that left leg. And then perhaps see if you can hover your right fingertips off the mat. Even if it's just for a second. Beautiful. Then we'll meet in warrior two. Bend your right knee. Drop the left foot at the back of the mat. Extend your arms out. Nice proud chest here while relaxing your shoulder blades down the back. Let's breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And hands come behind our hips, interlacing your fingers, nice little interlace. Or if that doesn't work, you can clasp opposite elbow. And we're going to press the knuckles down, lift your heart, And then exhale, humble to the inside of the right leg. And keep tucking your right sit bone under. You can look back towards your left foot and seal the outer edge of the foot a bit more. One more breath. Hugging your muscles to the bones here to slowly rise up. Come into exalted. So as you lift with an inhale, left hand to your left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Breathe into that stretch here. Don't lose the lunge in your right leg. One more big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. So hinging forward, right forearm might land on your thigh. Right fingertips come to the floor. Left arm to the sky. Or forward, you can do that little half circle, drawing your left arm overhead. Keep the pinky finger drawing down slightly. Or you might find your half bind or your full bind. 2 breaths wherever you are. Then we'll inhale, exalted again, but this time let's straighten out that right leg. Whew, it's gonna feel really good. And then exhale, we bend the right knee, windmill your hands to the ground. We're gonna leave the left hand down. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Beautiful twist. And let's pause here for a moment, sliding your right shoulder blade close to the left. And you can always drop that back knee. One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Let's step back into our high plank. Let's find an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Fingertips outside your mat. Tent your palms. Inhale, lift up. We've done this before. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, come all the way down. Hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Find an inhale. Engage the quads. Exhale, high plank or modified. Find an inhale here. Exhale, down dog. And we'll inhale through the nose. Exhale, drop your knees, child's pose. Sit bones to heels, hands walk forward. Might roll your forehead side to side. Another great opportunity to come back to the intention if you set one. Or just focus on finding that presence in the body. Let's share a big inhale and sigh it out. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Let's walk our big toe mounds together. Then we'll inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, fire hydrant here. So peel your hip open, bend the knee, and then carve those circles. Couple one way, and then the other. Meeting with the left knee nice and high. The next inhale, lifting high into the ball of the right foot. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back to fire hydrant. And then we'll cross under left knee to right elbow with the exhale. Fall in triangle, so roll to the instep of the right foot. Left leg extends to the right as you reach your right arm up and over. Don't collapse into the left hand. Press it into the mat. Can you lift up a little bit higher? And slow transition now to your flip dog. So bring your gaze down first. Hug your left knee to your chest as you bring your right hand down. Then we'll just flip over that right foot to the outstep. And then drop your left foot behind the right leg. And then lift your left arm up and over. You might drop your head if your neck allows. Great work. Another little challenge for you guys. Can we step to the front of the mat with the left foot, perhaps without touching with that left hand. So nice and controlled. We'll meet with the right knee on the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, sink your hips forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Exhale, come into your half split. So you can use your blocks or books here, or come higher up onto your fingertips. Then we'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. One more time. Inhale, find the length. Let's do that little twist now. So right hand will stay down onto fingertips or a prop if needed. And then see what it feels like to bring your left hand to your hip. Start to twist to the left and perhaps all the way to the sky. You should really feel that beautiful stretch into the IT band here. So flex, especially the pinky toe side of the foot. One more big inhale. Exhale, gaze down, left hand to the mat, and rebend into the left knee. So you're going to find that three-legged dog. Just give our left leg a little wiggle in the air with an inhale. And when you're ready, left knee back forward. We'll plant the foot in between the hands. And let's try to keep that right knee lifted now. Again, find your laneway. Engage your inner core and thighs. Just gather everything up as we inhale, crescent lunge. Land there with your exhale. Again, you might start with the right knee slightly bent. Tuck the tailbone under. And then without moving your pelvis, and inhale, presses your right toe mount into the mat. You might look up here. One last big inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, pyramid. So straightening out that left knee. You can step your right foot a little bit closer here. Find a lengthening inhale. You can look down at your left big toe. Exhale to hinge. You continue to look at that big toe to encourage the length. Then we'll do that half lift to move into our twist. So right fingertips or hands stays on the floor, and then left hand finds your hip, maybe all the way to the sky. And your gaze can follow here, but keep the little humble of your chin so the neck is nice and long. And then try out, if you press up a little bit higher on the crown of the head, you can send the head forward, press up higher onto the ball of your foot, and the crown of the head draws forward, and then belly button to spine, kind of twist a little bit more. One more big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down. Beautiful, let's take some flight now. Coming into our standing split, you can do that little sway back and forth, and then when you're ready, coming up onto your left foot, right heel to the sky. And try to keep your hips fairly square here. So angle the pinky toe side of the right foot down. Folding towards your left shin. Maybe you hug the calf or the ankle with one hand, maybe both. Let's meet with the hands on the mat. We'll cross right ankle behind the left. Pinky toes are kissing. We'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And pinky toes don't need to be touching here. They can be slightly separated, but they're kind of in the same general area. And we're bending gently into the left knee while we work on drawing your right hamstrings towards the back of the room. Then walking over to the left here can feel quite good. Soften your jawline. Soften behind your eyes. And so slowly walk back to center. We'll find a lengthening inhale and kick that right leg up in the air behind us. And staying nice and proud here in the chest to prep for our half moon. We're going to turn the right toes out to the side, stacking the hips. And use a prop if needed. It could be a book or even a water bottle if you got one. So left hand will stay down. And perhaps you stack your right shoulder on top of the left as well. Again, remember to stay just as active in your right foot as you are in your left. So it's like you're standing on the wall behind you. And then from there, you might feel the stability to hover your left fingertips off the mat, even if it's just for a second. Great work. Let's meet in our warrior two. Bend into the left knee, drop your right foot at the back. Gaze over your left middle finger. And make sure they don't lose the length in your lower back. So keep tucking your lower belly in. Tailbone draws down. We're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers behind our back. Opposite interlaced if you can. Feeling like I've got that little extra pinky. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, humble to the inside of the left leg. You might have to adjust your feet. But try to keep the nice long line from your left heel to the arch of your right foot. And we'll breathe into the back body. Exhale, you might hinge a bit deeper. One more breath. Inhale, slowly rise. Exalted warrior. Left arm reaches up and over. Staying here for your exhale. Maybe bend a little bit deeper into that left knee. One last big inhale, fill out. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm lands on your thigh or the ground. And then rolling your right shoulder on top of the left. If your left arm is on the ground here, it's nice you can kind of use it for leverage a bit, pressing it into the inside of the left leg. Or maybe you want to play around with your half bind or full bind. One more full cycle of breath, savoring it. And we'll inhale, back to exalted. But this time, let's straighten out the left knee. Full body stretch to that left side. Exhale, rebend the left knee, windmill the hands to the ground. Gonna twist here in our lunge now. Right hand stays down. We'll inhale, left arm to the sky. And try to press down through that right big toe mound a bit more here so your right hip doesn't collapse down towards the mat. The hips stay nice and square. We'll fill up with one last big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, heart forward. We'll plant the hands and then we'll step the left foot back. Finding an inhale at the high plank together. Exhale, let's lower all the way down to the mat. Last cobra flow, fingertips to the outsides. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dip the right shoulder forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, dip the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. We'll tuck the toes. We'll lift the kneecaps. And then exhale to press yourself back up. Finding an inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, drop your knees. Child's pose. Pausing here in your child's pose for as long as you need. Coming back to the breath, finding stillness behind your eyes in the brain cavity. Just try to calm down any racing thoughts. Be in the body. Enjoy the rebound effect from your whole practice. And last opportunity here, I invite you to come back to your intention if you set one. Perhaps you quietly whisper it to yourself, using the power word to imprint it on your nervous system. I will end the practice here. You can stay in your child's pose, or if you like, you can come onto your back. But thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours. Namaste.